What's going on, guys? Crafty in the house. We're going to give you a Cornucopias update. Let's fade this out a little bit. Just want it in the background. Not mute, Crafty. We want some of it. Let's keep it like that. Hey, what's going on? We're going to get into the Cornucopias file node access key sale, guys. Like I said, I was going to follow up on my Twitter if you're following me. So I appreciate that if you are. And I also appreciate my people following me on YouTube. I was actually looking at that, and I've done like 160 videos, and I don't think I've shared my link tree on a single one of them. And that just has, I'll probably throw that down today, but really what we're going to focus on is what's on the top of that link tree, which is the Cornucopias file node. And what is it? Basically, what the file node is right here under the description that we have. It's a file node. It's meant to break up the large game files into smaller chunks, and this allows for a much faster download time for the end user while making the download more stable, as the nodes are distributed over a wide range of operators. So think like Call of Duty, Fortnite, any of those type of games that are always having updates. So every once in a while you're signing in and it's like, oh man, time for an upgrade. So it's going to take a couple hours or half an hour, whatever. If you have, bad internet, 5K or something, it's going to take a million years. So there's times where it's like, all right, I get an update. Looks like I'm playing tomorrow. You want to avoid that. And there's more nodes that they're going to release for this game in the future. But right now, the focus is on the file node. And this is great. This is going to help out the game. It's going to support the game. And, later on, there's going to be more nodes. And this is kind of a step towards decentralization, which I think is really cool. And I think a lot of us that are in crypto are interested in that aspect of the game. So for me, I have two of these nodes on ADA, and we'll click right onto the sale just to break down the details of the ADA sale, because that was the first node that went live. And I just want to make sure this is following me as we go, so bear with me. Cool. All right, so let's get on to the first node sale. And what I want to show you is they have tiers. So it started 1A, and right now we're on tier 5. So you can see it's changed as the tiers have progressed. And on the tier 5, right now there's 439 of them left, and there's out of 750. You can also see when it started. And with all of these nodes, if you just take a look at the description of the baseline price of 400 per node, right? That is kind of the baseline price that they want to have these nodes cost. So as the tiers are starting, they're a little bit cheaper. As they get higher, you're going to get to that actual cost. And then once it goes past that, into the later tiers, they're going to be priced at a premium. So it's pretty cool because it's going to, right here, give you a lot of user variety. And it's also going to depend on the specs of your computer, what kind of node or nodes you'll be able to use on a machine. So want to know more about that? Boom, you can do that, and it'll give you the specs, and it will show you good ideas as far as how many nodes should be run on a computer. And so again, take a look at all this as far as the policy details. And then quickly, how do you get ready for it? You need to have a good wallet. It needs to be a desktop browser. You need to have ADA in your wallet. And scrolling back up here, you'll get the get ready, register, then you get to go into the tier, and that's when you purchase it depending on the tier you're live with. So there you go. I wanted to back out and go into the base node. This is new. You can see that right now it's only on tier 2. The cost is $285. It started on the 13th of February. You can also tell Crafty hasn't gotten a node on base yet. I'm thinking I might do it. Honestly, I've got the 2 on ADA. I might get one here to have 3. I'm planning on having a Cornucopias run one of them because they'll probably do it way better than me, and then I can learn and get better. So, yeah. So anyway, if you scroll down again, here's all the information as far as the details, the contract address, how to prepare. You need to have the right wallet, make sure it's compatible, make sure you have funds, and make sure it is a desktop browser, because that's the only way you can get these nodes at this moment in time. So do it. Now, let's go. I'm going to talk a little more about the actual file nodes. I'll go into the actual Google document that I sent you guys to do for homework, right? Let's stop sharing this. Let's go right back to the home site. And we'll share that. So, yeah, let's go. I want to make sure that's on the screen. And then we'll just scroll down here so you can check out the game as it scrolls through cool stuff while I'm talking. And I wanted to get into the nodes. So, you're interested and you get one, and you're like, yo, how come it's not in my wallet right away? I should be able to see this instantly. I paid for it, right? No, that's not the way it works. It's going to be, they're going to actually mint them and then send the NFTs to the owners once all the node licenses have been sold. And that July 1st is the deadline. Nothing's set in stone. Things are subject to change, all that good stuff. But I think right now, that's the plan, to send the owners these NFTs. And that's when the reward distribution is going to start. So, yeah. And then I think the reason they have these node NFTs is it's going to give a lot of infrastructure to Cornucopias. It's going to provide a ton of infrastructure. And by utilizing the NFTs, it's going to allow these node operators to transfer ownership. Say they don't want to run a node anymore. You can just transfer that NFT, and then they can continue to provide that infrastructure. And I think that's awesome. It's really smart. These guys have put so much time and effort into this game. And it really is the 800-pound gorilla in the room, guys. It's going to just dominate once it's really live. And, I tell my guild members, it's like we've got more people testing Cornucopias right now than a lot of the active Web3 gaming games on right now that have been active for, 6 months, a year. There's a lot of games I'm playing where the user base is probably about 200 plus active. And, they have like 1,500 or more. I don't know the exact number, but in order to play Cornucopias right now, all you need to do is buy any NFT. If it's a vehicle, a dome, or land, it can be as cheap as a common, and that gets you into the game. And then once it recognizes you, boom, you're a game tester. So it gives people a lot of opportunity while they're updating. And I think it's also brilliant the way they're going through the updates. You are releasing small chunks of the game, refining it, make sure it's tight, and then you move on. Now, node rewards, let's get back to it. And again, guys, you want to refer to that Google document. in order to even be eligible for the daily rewards, you need to have 3,000 Kopi per node. So, and then it also says, I'm not going to have more than 5, but if you happen to have more than 5 nodes, you have to have 15,000 Kopi to get those daily rewards. So just think one node, 3,000 Kopi, and then you have to have an active player account, and you have to have an active node. You know, if it's not running, why are they going to give you anything for it? You're not providing any services. So, and the other thing to note is you want to make sure that the active node license is in the same Web3 wallet that's connected to the player account that you have, because you need to have that registered player account on cornucopias.io. So, yeah, it's really awesome. You know, they're going to have like other additional like bonus pools and stuff where you have a chance to win Kopi, and I think that might have something to do with how active your node is. I'm not really sure, but a couple of disclaimers with these nodes. You know, if you know, it exceeds the activity threshold, they could add some more. It's all about supply and demand and making sure the infrastructure is tight. But the other thing is, just because you own a node, that doesn't mean you're going to automatically get rewards. You know, you have to be an active operator. You have to meet those rewards distribution requirements that we just talked about, and that's that daily eligibility. So, and if you look at the rewards information on the actual document, let me go ahead and share that. Let's see if we can do that, Crafty. Yeah, let's see if we can share. Stay. I don't want to see the downloads. I want to see the document. Well, maybe I can't share it. But anyway, if you go into the document yourself, what I usually do is it has a list of the nodes. Let's see if you can see it now. Hopefully you can. All right. What I've been doing is basically just for the sake of numbers, you know, this is all based on 10 nodes, and I just divide it. So, you know, you're chopping one digit off of all these statistics. So, but this gives you a breakdown to try to see what you're going to do as far as what you can get for rewards earned each day, year, what your upfront cost is going to be, and then the rewards value. So it's just kind of giving you an idea of what it's going to give you when you're operating it. And again, it's easy to just divide that so it's one node, because these are all numbers based on 10 nodes. So yeah, and then I said earlier the specs, you're looking at it. And feel free to blow this up and you know, scroll in so you can really see what I'm talking about. I feel like it's always a little bit too small when I have it in here. But for me, I'm only doing the 2 nodes. You know, I may do a third one, but you can see what you need for gigabytes, shared RAM, and all that good stuff. You guys know I'm not a computer guru. I got my homies to help me with that. This is important. You need to have a good internet connection. It needs to be stable. And you can see the speeds that you're going to need for it to run properly. So yeah, exciting stuff, guys. You can watch game development there if you want, but go into that document and yeah, check it out, because that's where all the deets are. And when you look at the good old Cornucopias, go to the cornucopias.io, and that's where you start. Now, if that's something you're interested in, you know, feel free to type at me, hit me up on Twitter or in the comments here on YouTube. You can find me in the Discord as well. But yeah, if you're interested in these nodes, I've got a link here, and because I got approved to be able to tell you guys all about it. So if you think about doing it, why don't you hook Crafty up? And I think I get like a 15% or 20% kickback or something like that. And again, you guys know me, you know my videos. It's not about throwing affiliate links and trying to make millions and all that stuff. And I'm not a financial advisor. And, look at my videos. I really don't drop stuff like that. It's just not what I do. But this game is going to change the game. And if you're on social media, you're already seeing the activity. And I'm really pumped about it. So none of this is financial advice. It's just talking about the nodes and how they interact with the game. And I'm excited to see these work. And then I'm also excited to see more to come with the other different types of nodes that Cornucopias offers. So yeah, let's get to it, gang. But check out my links below. Like, share, subscribe for anybody else that wants to know more about these nodes. I'll have the Cornucopias site earmarked as well. See what I did? I'll check you guys later. Have a good one.